Hello guys, I hope you all are doing well. This is Rajat Thawani. Last time I had discussed about the structure of flower and this is the second part of the same. Here we'll be discussing the structure of each of the part of the flower. Okay, you can see that parts of the flower include pedicel, receptacle and thalamus or thalamus, calyx, independent member of calyx called as sepal, corolla, independent member of corolla called as petal, androecium, independent member called as stamen, and gynoecium, independent member called as carpel. We had seen the placement and everything, and placement was somewhat like this. Okay, so you see there's a pedicel, there is receptacle, there are all four whorls present on the receptacle, including sepal, petal, stamen, and carpel. Okay, so this is the structure. LS of flower is longitudinal section of flower. Okay, we will be discussing structure of each of the part. However, pedicel and receptacle structure will be discussed here itself. So in previous video, if you see the previous video, the part 1 of this video, you will observe that I had drawn a flower and that flower was attached to a plant in the axil of the leaf. So seeing that diagram, you will understand that how is the pedicel actually present. Okay, a link is mentioned in the description. Okay, so that stalk which is present, the pedicel which is present actually projects the flower outside, okay, away from the main axis of the plant. That is the main function of the pedicel, and this is the structure of pedicel, just like stem. Normal tissue distribution like stem only. Okay, then we come to the next part, that is receptacle. Receptacle is a swollen structure. So pedicel at the upper end gets swollen for attachment of all the whorls. This swollen part, what you can see here, is your receptacle. A receptacle can be of different shapes. It can be in this shape, the convex shape which you can see. It can be concave, that is cup-like. It can be flat. It can be disc-like. Many shapes are possible. But this is how the receptacle or the thalamus looks like. On these, now there are four whorls present. You can see the four whorls here. Let's discuss the structure of each of them. The first, as we know, flower is modified stem or condensed stem. So there are various parts on the stem called as leaves. So these leaves modify into the floral whorls. Okay. So here these are the floral whorls which are made from leaves only. So all of them, what you see, are modified leaves. Okay, or modified structures in some way. Venation and everything also will be seen in them. Okay. From that, this male and female part which are present, stamen and carpel, these both are specifically called as sporophylls, as they contain gametes. Okay, so this is as is same in the male part, therefore called as microsporophyll, and the female part therefore called as megasporophyll, because female spores are called as megaspores as they are bigger in size as compared to male spores which are smaller in size, therefore called as microspores. Okay, now you see this structure. This is the first accessory structure present outermost to the flower, that is called as the sepal. It is green in color. Okay, it is same as that of leaf, a bit thicker. Okay, main function is protection. Okay, you can see here. Inner to that, you can see colorful structure present, generally colorful, called as petals. The whole whole called as corolla, and this is longer as compared to sepal. Generally, there can be perianth also, which might look like this or like this. Okay, from both any one structure can be of perianth, that is independent member called as sepal. So now these both structures you can see are the coverings. This is colorful leaf, this is only leaf. Understand that way. Okay, that is only the structure. This curve what I have drawn here is nothing but the pedicel and thalamus connection. Okay, so this is thalamus. Now we come to the actual structure of stamen, the male part. So in the male part you can see there are three parts which together form a single stamen, namely filament, connective, and anther. So this structure which you can see bilobe structure, the bilobe structure here, this is called as the anther. Okay, anther and this filament, the stalk-like structure which projects the anther outside, as anther contains the male gametes or pollen grains. Okay, this filament and anther are connected to each other with the help of a tissue called as connective. Okay, so this connective connects both of them. However, filament and connective are sterile, while the anther is fertile. So anther contains sacs inside them. Those sacs contain microspore mother cells. Those undergo meiotic division, first mitotic and then meiotic, resulting in formation of large number of pollen grains or microspores, and that forms pollen grains. In pollen grains there are male gametes. Each pollen grain contains 2 male gametes. Okay, not necessarily while releasing only they must be present, but it can be modified or formed afterwards. Okay, so this is the structure of stamen containing anther, connective, and filament. Only anther is fertile part, that is reproductive part, and connective and filament is sterile part, that is non-reproductive part, just helping it. Now we come to the last part of the plant, that is carpel. Plant as in the flower. The carpel. Carpel basically contains three major parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Stigma is the receptive part. It receives the pollen grains for pollination or during pollination, which further helps in reproduction. We won't discuss that right now. So this is the stigma. You can see stigma also is modified in various ways. Not discussing that right now. So stigma is generally sticky because of presence of sucrose, has a tube-like structure or a solid rod-like structure called as style, which again projects the stigma outside. And this style at the lower end shows the presence of a swollen structure called as ovary. This ovary has ovary wall. This you can see this gap between two lines. This is the ovary wall, and inner to that you can see a cavity present called as locule. And inside that locule there is presence of ovule. Ovule is connected to the wall of the locule with the help of a stalk called as funicle. Okay, and the funicle is present there itself where there is presence of nutritive tissue called as placenta. So you can see placenta. Okay, so this is the basic outline. How are the structures? Okay, so these were the reproductive parts are generally asked in exams, and these are necessary also to understand the structure. Okay, so this is here I actually end the basics of structure of flower. Okay, thank you guys. If any doubts, please ask in comment section. Thank you.